Today is June the 14th. This is the monthly meeting of the Urban Forestry Advisory Board. It is approximately 4:02, so we will call the meeting to order. We are waiting for three additional members maybe who will show up, but we're going to hold off until John Scott gets here. He's downstairs acting as the tour guide for our new room today.
Yes.
There, John.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. The meeting has officially been called to order.
I know.
Thank you.
I know who you are, but it's
We are-
I'm like, who's that?
We were waiting for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Summer cut. Yes.
So, okay. So, roll call
Patterson.
here.
Pinsky. Dye. Shepherd. Jones. Osner.
Here.
And Rogers.
Okay, official roll call. Okay. Next item on the agenda is approval of the May Urban Forestry Advisory Board minutes. Does anyone have any additions, corrections
Well, I do.
to add to the minutes? Okay.
Do you want us to bring up the minutes?
I think we were just looking at them.
No, that was
I
April.
was looking at that's right. I guess there's a motion in here, but it's not really, I don't know what it was.
Which one was that?
Well,
I have it up.
Okay.
great.
Oh, I made the change to Osner, O-S-T-N-E-R in the motion. That needs to be updated, yeah.
Let's see, it's right there.
Is that it?
Well, what were the recommendations? I just don't know.
Oh, it was
yeah.
wording that you had asked for right here, listed above, when we had the discussion about native to Ozark region or native cultivar. Do you remember that discussion?
Of course, but
Yeah. Oh, he's talking about
What was the
he's-
final product?
Yeah,
the
what
minutes
was-
should say the exact,
It should
Result.
have that in there.
that, you know.
It should be
'Cause-
what the motion was,
Mhm.
such as
I think
what,
it was really confusing.
you'll have it
so-
on tape, right?
We do.
Yeah,
That's how
so
I get the minutes.
basically at the end, I know that we approved it to be X, Y, and Z, so just add that to the minutes.
Okay.
At the end, after all our talking about what it means and how it would change things, we did outline what the motion was going to be. And so that's the part we should add in there, correct?
Okay. That sounds good.
And I guess someone will have to watch the.
I changed it, by the way.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So, and I'll pull it up and tell you exactly what it says.
This just went to city council on Tuesday night
And, yeah, it passed.
and passed.
Okay.
So now, so we split this project into 2 parts and then 2 more sub-parts. There are 4 sections that we're working with. Chapter 167 is the tree preservation code. Chapter 177 is the landscape requirements. And then we split both of those into like clerical changes, like grammatical stuff, and then content changes. So
Okay.
this is the first part of all of that. 167 grammatical changes.
Okay.
What I will do. Is that accurate, Alan? I hope so.
I honestly don't.
Let's see.
I mean, no,
Available
I'm
and
sorry, I didn't write it down.
available.
That's all right.
When you
I
read
mean,
Selected
that,
from
is
the
that
list
what
of
you
preferred
think? I mean,
tree
I remember the
species
conversation, and
set
that's
forth
what
in the city.
I got away
Well,
from it. Ozark region or
Species shall
native
be based-
cultivar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All trees to be planted shall be species native to the Ozark region or native cultivars.
When
There was a
available.
big, when available,
Or
or or from the list of preferred tree species. Because we were talking about Northwest Arkansas, being specific to Northwest Arkansas, but then there's some things from Southwest Northwest Missouri or Oklahoma that we could use. So
Right.
we kind of tried to put it such that it included everybody, but specifically that we would try to do native stuff.
Exactly.
And that seems like it doesn't.
Does that look more accurate, Alan? Is that what you were thinking? What would
It was
what-
kind of hard to understand from the meeting, so
I mean-
we could go back and listen to it again. It was just hard for me to hear because there was a couple people talking at the same time, so I couldn't get the exact words, and then he
Because
got what was in
Russell
there.
said that the or made everything really work, is what Russell was saying at the end, that the or tied everything together, and we didn't need to say Northwest Arkansas, because it was
Right.
felt that made it too specific, but if you say the Ozark region, that included Southwest Missouri and Northeast Oklahoma. So all the regions would be included without having to be so specific.
Right.
And we asked for native cultivars, or they could choose from the,
Recommended
manual.
species
Yes,
list, yes.
the do not use these species list.
Does this make the notes clarified for you?
Well, I mean, that looks good, but I don't want to speak for the whole group, what we
I
voted
think we're
on.
good.
If
I'm
everybody, I
Is
mean,
everyone here happy?
because it was, I did make a motion, but then it all, got changed. So
When did it get changed?
I don't remember, after my motion, we all talked and modified and.
Oh, I
Right.
thought that the motion happened after.
Yeah, it did. Well, he made the motion, then we talked,
There
and
was
then,
discussion
Oh.
after.
right,
so-
and
It was
then the
not-
bottom line was, it
not
was
me.
all tied together at the end, right before the end of the meeting. It was all put together and seconded. Everybody said, okay, that works, more or less.
Okay.
I'd
We
be
could-
glad to,
We could make a motion now.
I'd be
if we
glad to
all-
watch the tape and we could hold off on the minute approval. But
I don't,
it's,
well, I don't have a problem with how it sounds. If anyone has,
fits your
we
memory, because I
can-
don't
if we
honestly
can,
remember our
if,
result.
why don't everyone read it? If you think you would like to change it because it doesn't fit what your impression of what this is for, if it doesn't fit and you want to make a change, then we can change this wording. So, how does everyone feel?
So you wanna wait until everyone,
Well, I think we need to get this done, okay?
Okay.
And
so,
if the wording is not satisfactory and you have a distinct way to change it, then we can do that and then accept it and move forward.
Let's just
Or
hold
we can
off.
accept it this way.
Yeah, I think to be crystal clear, if we made a motion that this is acceptable, then right now,
It'll shut the door, so let's just hold off, or I would,
I think that.
There's a motion on the floor to approve the meetings, and then this is the discussion part.
did someone already
Right.
make a motion to approve? I didn't hear that.
No, I made a motion to approve the minutes.
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
Right, I
So
didn't hear it.
there's a question about this. So what we can do is say, is this acceptable to everyone as meeting the requirements that native cultivars or species native to the region, or they can pick from our list of here are the things that are acceptable to us. If that wording is fine, I think we should just say it's fine, let's move on. And it's under a motion, and here's what the recommendation was, as far as we can tell, from everybody's memory. I don't think that, unless someone else wants to read the tape, hear the tape again, I think that we just need to move on, that it's a small portion. It covers native species, it covers, it tells them that we don't want them to use things that are not native to us, and it gets it done. I think because we can all argue or discuss, not argue, sorry, we can all discuss various and sundry pieces of it, but is it the spirit of what we want to say is what we have to look at. And if it is, then we make a motion to move on. We accept it and go on.
So, minutes are history, they're over.
Mhm.
It shouldn't be about what we think, it should be about, is this what happened?
These
So-
minutes came from the video.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable voting yes, because even though this seems similar to what I wanted, Damon, the other guys were in on the conversation. I don't remember what they said.
Well, Russell was the
I'd
one
be
who
glad
pointed
to-
out that or selected from the list of preferred species
Well, here's what I
was
propose.
a way to,
Instead of trying to remember, because we're already getting back into it, this isn't about the topic, this is about history. That just hold off. I mean, we've waited 2 or 3 months to approve minutes before. I'd be glad to watch the tape and I'll write stuff down and we can all, look at the conversation and pass minutes that seem
my point is, how
accurate.
is it going to change? How is it going to change? The basic reason for the discussion was, we wanted to make sure that it was known that native cultivars and, don't use invasive species, use things here. Does that say that? Cause that's why you're making the changes. Am I getting this wrong?
Correct.
The
And
changes
this
were
was
to.
the changes that I deciphered from what we talked about, and I had amended immediately to move forward with this code change. This is
That's
the
what we're
results of that
holding, is like
discussion.
the code change is what we're waiting on, and
And
that's
that-
what needs to be approved, not the minutes.
No, this is only about minutes.
Yes, but the
Right.
code needs to be approved so that we can move
So
on
the
with the
change-
This
code,
was
so that.
approved,
It was,
actually.
it's already
Planned.
done, right?
Right,
Oh,
so
okay, so-
it's done,
Right.
so, all we need to do is go with the minutes. So, if that's all we're talking about is the minutes, I'm happy with
I
how
fully
we-
understand,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna vote no on these minutes
Okay.
okay,
until I feel comfortable with history, with what happened. I'm not slighting
Is there a
anyone, and
second?
I feel bad that y'all
That's fair enough.
wrote them down, I'm not trying to,
The videos are public records, so
Yeah, yeah.
how about in the next month?
I'll go
just
do
check out
it.
the video.
don't worry about it.
yeah,
There are many times we've voted on minutes that were a month or two old.
well,
This is
that's
not
only
out of the
happened
ordinary
once.
at all.
In the time that I've been here, it's only happened once,
Not
and that
anymore.
was because we didn't have enough, we
Data.
didn't have
A
enough.
quorum or.
Right, but it's not something that's been routinely done. Usually the minutes are done the next month, and that's it, they're done, they're over, okay? So,
The accuracy of the minutes is important.
well,
And
they're always,
Things
they're,
don't always go the way
they're
they were
always-
planned, and if they're not, that's why we vote on them.
I understand,
Is we
but I
we
just don't
look,
want us to get
and
bogged
if we
down
don't feel
on the
comfortable
minutes.
with what we're looking at, we don't have to vote yes. I've been on many boards that it was a unanimous no to vote on the minutes, went back,
Okay.
adapted them to a historical record.
Can I ask,
So
here's what
that's
we'll do, because I think we're getting bogged down in this, and it's not worth it. What I would ask Lee, and I'm sorry, I always. Chanel and John to do, is go back, listen to the minutes, see if you hear something different, than what is in the conversation that's up there. And Alan, if you would arrange with Lee or Chanel or John to come by and listen to with one of them and find and make a determination in your mind about that statement and if it's true to what you have heard and what you think it should say, okay?
And you can get a DVD down at Government Channel.
I can click on it and watch it in I can watch it right here.
Okay, well, you,
Okay, well, no, that's,
I can handle
but
it.
that way, everybody,
It's not a big deal at all.
Everybody has-
I can do it. I know how to do it. I'm just gonna go watch it and jot down a few notes. It's no big deal.
That
We'll
sounds
come to the
good.
next meeting
Okay.
and
and then give that to one of the,
well, I'm gonna come to
Staffers.
the meeting,
well, I think what we can do so that we can
probably vote.
have, any amendments made and then we can email the copy of the minutes like you usually do after you've done that, and then you can, send in your approval or not by email, so that at the next meeting it's just done. Yeah,
Well, we can't vote by email, but we can
get an idea.
we can fix it at the next.
Sure, and then at the next meeting, we can make a motion on both months' minutes, this month and last month.
Okay. All right,
History,
So, I'm
history
sorry, what
plots,
have we decided to do? Are we tabling the
I'll make a motion that we
Tabling.
table the minutes for now.
Is that a second? Is there a second?
I'll second that.
okay.
Should we take a vote? Sorry, table.
I'll just let it.
Hey, democracy, right?
Amy, did you second?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Do you want me to do it individual?
Oh, yeah, let's do individual on this
Okay.
one, sorry, go ahead.
Shepherd.
Aye.
Motion to
Patterson?
table.
Nay.
Rogers? Nay. Jones? And Osner?
Yes.
Okay.
Were there any other meeting minute things that you noticed, grammatical things?
Looks good.
Okay, sounds good. Made those changes you sent in.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks. Yeah, it's the English teacher in me, I'm sorry.
I'm not sure who's presenting our native or invasive plant presentation
Do you remember
for
who it
June.
was?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I just now Auburn.
I don't think I signed up for it, but I do have something, a little bit of a native plant thing
Okay.
Okay,
I'd like to
Okay.
share.
Excellent.
It's-
sounds good.
It's 15.
Okay. So,
On that note, let's write down who's gonna do July, August,
August and
September.
September.
October.
There's
Because
no
we hadn't
July.
That's
That's
right,
right.
that's the meeting.
Yeah,
That's the
True.
competition.
So
Yeah.
July will be held till
So-
July 15th, I'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But let's look at, so August,
September
Here,
and October.
let's